So I found a glitch in the DJI High Brightness monitor where the output from the expansion module on the back, it always defaults to 60 frames a second when you turn off the monitor and power it back up. So I'm going to show you here. I have an Inspire 3 set up and turned on in the background, RC Plus, and right now the RC Plus is outputting 24 frames a second. On any film set, this is what we need. By default, like I said, this is outputting 60, which I'll show you in a second. And in the monitor here that's connected through BNC at the back, you can see it's receiving a 60 frame per second signal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the settings. And I'm going to change the output to 24 frames a second. As you can see, the monitor is changing right here. It's working properly. And now it's back up, and you can see right here, the monitor is receiving 24 frames a second. So once you do this, it works fine. But the major issue is that every time the battery dies and someone needs to put in a new battery on film sets, so I'm just going to turn it off. Let it power right down. I'll wait a couple seconds. And power back up. So now it's back up. You'll see already that the monitor is receiving a 60 frame per second input. And if I go back in here, it's changed by itself. It didn't remember the setting. So this is obviously very frustrating because on film sets, a lot of the equipment can't take a 60 frame per second signal. So when we're trying to work and the first AC changes the batteries in the monitor, they always lose signal, and every single time he puts a new battery in, he's always got to go into the menu and change this. And I'll just show you, it doesn't really matter. Even if I can put this to auto, which it should still be 20. Oh, see, auto doesn't even work either. As you can see, it's still sending a 24 frame per second. Just confirm it's on auto here still. It's still on auto, and it's at still at 60 frames a second here. And just for fun, I'll show you though. I'll turn this off, and even though it's in auto, when I power this back on, it's gonna default back to 60 frames per second again. So as you can see there, it's still 60 frames a second. And if we go back in the menu here, as you can see, it's defaulted to 60 frames a second. So really hoping you guys can fix this. It's very frustrating on film sets, and it's causing us lots of problems.